Hello everyone, today we will be dealing with three modules: transport module, library module and the hostel module. Let us start with the transport module. This module helps us in transportation management. Here we can define stoppages, create routes and can allocate routes to students and staff in charges, and can also keep a comprehensive information of all our vehicle assets. Going to the transportation settings, we select the session. It will show how to define the payment terms, whether to charge the cost stoppage wise or route wise, monthly or quarterly. We can define the start and end date of the quarter, for example, select the quarters that are applicable and save the changes from here. How to create stoppages in the system. Moving on, we select the session and we see the list of bus stop names with the drop and pick times and the distance from the school. We can modify the changes from here, fill in the particulars and save the changes. We can add new stoppages from here, fill in all the particulars, name, pickup times, etc. Save the changes. Moving on to routes. Now there are different routes on which our buses ply, and these are the different stoppages of each corresponding to each particular route. Here we can modify these, add or delete the stoppages, and it will also show us the corresponding cost that will be incurred by the student for this particular route. We can add new routes from this tab, create a new route name, add new stoppages, and it will automatically show us the cost that will be incurred for this particular new route. Now we go and see the vehicles. This shows the entire data of the vehicles that are at the service of the school, whether they are owned, leased, vendor based, etc. with the vehicle numbers and the number of seat occupancies. We can modify the details, fill in this form, and we can save the changes. Moving on to this transportation tab, here we can see the entire list of vehicles along with the numbers, the routes that they are applying to, with the driver information, occupancy, in charges if they are assigned, and we can modify the changes. For example, if we want to assign an in charge over here, we can assign an in charge and we can save the changes accordingly. And moving on, how to allocate transport. It's very simple. We can search the student name. For example, we have to assign transportation for this student. We click here and we can select the mode of transport that he requires, the stop where he needs to go, assign him a bus number. This will be the cost incurred by him, and we can decide the date from when his service will be activated. And we can make any remarks and send this request. This particular student will be assigned a transport, and these are the details and particulars about it. In case we want to allocate transportation in a bulk, we have an option here. We can select the session, select the course, for example class 9. It will fetch the entire list of the students of class 9 with their particulars, and we can here easily select all their requirements. The cost will be calculated and we can assign them a bus from over here. And we can press allocate. Similar exercise can be repeated for the entire list of students, and we can assign transport to all of them in one single click of button from here. This was all about the transport module. Now we move on to the hostel module. In hostel, management becomes very simple with this module. It shows the availability, helps us to allocate rooms to students easily, and collect the hostel fees also all in one place. Now this is how it looks. We go to manage hostel settings, select a session, define the payment terms, whether we want to collect it quarterly or monthly or yearly, select the payment start and end date, and save the details. Moving on to hostel, this shows us the data of the number of hostels that are available with us, and we can edit the details, we can rename the names of the hostel or other information regarding the same. You can add new hostel from this tab, name the hostel, give its type, information, etc. Moving on to rooms, we can select a hostel, let's say a boys hostel. These are the number of rooms it has and the student occupancies and the availabilities and the corresponding rent. We can view the details, edit them and save them. We can add rooms from here in this tab and we can make the changes. While allocating room, we go to room allocation. We search for the student who needs the hostel facility. Click here, select a hostel. Since these are not available, we allocate a room from here. This is allocated successfully. Now for the fee payment, again we select that particular hostelier. These are his details. For example, if we have to collect his fee for quarter 1, we select quarter 1 and we collect the fee payment. These are the particulars. Paying date, remarks, mode of payment, let's say it's cash, fee received, and then we can close the same. So this is how the hostel can be managed. Next we move on to the library. Books are a great asset for any institution. Keeping a comprehensive account of the vast collection is what this module helps us with basically. We can describe, issue, return, reserve books and sort them under different parameters very easily in this module. For example, we go to manage books. Here we can see all the books available, borrowed, in binding, lost or reserved. So for example, if we go and see, these are the list of the entire books that are available in our library. If we want to see which ones are available to be issued, these are the ones to be available, which are available. We can view the details of the respective books and we can issue the book from here. Whether if it is a student who's issuing it, we can search the name of the student. It will fetch its details and we can issue the book from here. Similarly, we can modify the details of the books and save the changes from over here. If we want to remove any book from the list, we can remove it from here. Add any new book. We can import books in the form of Excel. We want to import the entire data from any, it's a long list, we can choose this option and import the whole list via some Excel sheet externally. Now how to search a book in this library? We can search it by the book number, barcode, title or author. For example, I want to search it by author. I put in the name of the author and it will show all the books available from this particular author. We can view the details, issue the book similarly as I had shown in the earlier section. While we issue the book, for example, if I want to issue a book number 19, I can search the book. It will show directly the entire details of the book. Again, if an employee wants to issue the book, we can issue it to the employee. It will fetch the details and we can issue the book from here. Now when we have to return the book, similarly we can choose, let's say this one has to be returned. We can search the details. It will show us who had borrowed it and we can return it from here. Now in the pending books section, we can see what all books are pending and how many days have exceeded from the last due date. We can export this into an Excel sheet and we can publish this to the concerned people and intimate them accordingly. So this is the whole comprehensive way we can manage our library through this module. Thanks for watching.